The Omicron subvariant BA.5 is now 82% of new cases in the country. And as its dominance grows, so do the number of new infections and people going to the hospital with COVID. Tonight, our Verify team looking into whether those popular at-home tests detect this new variant.
The situation might sound familiar. You think you've got COVID symptoms, you take an at-home test, and it's negative. The symptoms get worse, so you test at the doctor. It's positive. So what happened? Did you get a bad test? Our question, do at-home COVID-19 tests detect BA.5? Our sources, the FDA, and South Carolina's Public Health Director, Dr. Brandon Traxler. The FDA says antigen tests, which are the type of tests folks can get over the counter to use at home, have generally been less sensitive than PCR tests. PCRs are the ones you're more likely to get at the doctor's office, with results that can take longer than a few minutes. Antigen tests have long called for a series of safety nets in case of a false negative.
The instructions often on many of these rapid tests say that if you have symptoms but test negative, then to wait 24 hours and then retest.
That's because of the test's reduced likelihood of detecting early infections compared to the PCRs. And turns out, initial data suggests that sensitivity might be even less with some of the newer variants.
We have seen throughout Omicron is that if you test very early in your symptom onset, particularly if you are vaccinated, and maybe don't have extremely severe symptoms, then you may test negative.
So we can verify, yes, at-home COVID-19 tests do detect BA.5, but possibly with less sensitivity to the strain. That's why it's important to consider testing again, especially if you have symptoms or a high likelihood of COVID exposure.